Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I normally do unboxing and food reviews. I have been doing videos based on my depression, but I'm trying to get out of that and push toward, because I told you in my last video, I believe it was, that I spent a lot of money on food, so I got this product right here. It says new. Is it new? I thought it was new because it said it at the store. Come to find out, this has been out a while. Unless it's a new improved recipe. But, yeah. You can support this channel. There'll be a link below the video. And it comes like this. It comes two to a pack. The other one's in the fridge. And it looks like you don't get that much crumble. But it weighs pretty much. I wonder how many calories this is. How's everyone doing today, by the way? I'm doing a little bit better. 2 servings per container. Oh my goodness. So you're not supposed to eat the whole container. It's 24 grams on just half of the container. Cholesterol is 26. Sodium is 12. Total carbs is 9. And protein is 5. So 31% of your daily fat is in half this container. Because it's 2 servings per container. A lot of people don't read that. How many servings there is. This is what it looks like. Can you see it? Let's zoom in on it. Did you get it? Okay, right away it reminds me of the no-bake cheesecake. You know, they're like the package in a box, which I don't hate, but I don't like. I am from a European descent, and so I can be pretty picky when it comes to cheesecake, and I'll explain that in the video. But I don't know yet how this is going to be. I just hope it's not what I think it is. I don't know if you can see the texture, but it looks rather whipped. I'm not going to say it's gritty, but it's not the smoothest, which in a way is a good thing. Because if it's ultra smooth, like cheesecake is supposed to have some texture. It definitely has a cheesecake taste. It has that tang, but it's not overly tangy. And even though it looks whipped, it still has some weight to it. It's not overly sweet. It's a little bit sweeter than it could be, but it's not overly sweet. That's what you need to add the topping. So, have you ever had German cheesecake before? German cheesecake, in my opinion, it tastes more cooked, like it's really been baked to the point it's almost dry and crumbly, but still very dense. And New York cheesecake is more wet, or can be wet. And then the no-bake, well, you can tell that's not been baked at all, and it's just highly processed and very, like, wet, right? And sometimes really smooth, depending. I read the ingredients before I bought it. There's not too many ingredients, but it does have that. It doesn't taste overly processed, okay? But it's better than a no-bake, okay? But it doesn't taste cooked to me. Just like the no-bake, you can tell it's not cooked. It looks like the texture somewhat of a German cheesecake to a certain point. And the grittiness is more like that of a German cheesecake. It's better than a no-bake. And it's almost like a German cheesecake and a New York cheesecake, but more wet, if that's going to make any sense. Would I prefer real cheesecake over this? Yeah. But it's not bad. Also, German cheesecake is not very sweet. Or I can tell right away that the crumbles are pretty big. I don't know if I'm going to like that with the texture. Because you know, the cheesecake is all about the smoothness. So I don't know if I'm going to like these big chunks. Let me taste it without the cheesecake first. Well, the graham cracker is not too sweet. And that's that. It's not like really strong cinnamony. But it's kind of hard. And very dry. But you know how some graham crackers have like that lot of cinnamon and spices and stuff? There's no cinnamon and spices to this. I think it would be better if the crumbs were maybe just a little bit sweeter. I'm glad it doesn't have that a lot of cinnamon and spice or whatever. But the pieces are kind of chunky. And like when I want to eat ice cream, I don't like big chunks of my ice cream. I think it takes away from the smoothness. It has an interesting crunch and texture, but it kind of takes away from the smoothness of this. I don't like the big chunks at all. And I wish the graham crackers were just a little bit more sweeter. They don't have a buttery taste, but this does have a buttery kind of richness to it. On a scale of 1 to 10, for convenience, in a cup like this, if you don't add the graham crackers, I give it like I give it a 6, maybe 6.2. The graham crackers, I'm not crazy about. Compared to a real cheesecake, I rather have real cheesecake. Sorry. It does have a nice whipped texture to it, though. I like the fact, though, that it's better than a no-bake, but it also tastes more like no-bake. Like, you can tell this has not been cooked. Not that that's a bad thing. It just really depends on what kind of cheesecake you like. I mean, do you like German cheesecake? Do you like New York cheesecake? Are you happy with the no-bake? I'm not. If you're happy with the no-bake, you're going to like this better. If you're not crazy about no-bake cheesecake, then you might not like this too much. I don't think you're going to hate it, though. It is reminiscent of cheesecake. So that's my review. If you subscribe to my channel, please ask me what other foods, and I will try them, but that's only to my subscribers. I'm always honest and blunt. I know my videos are long, but that's just how I am. I'll try to my best to leave a link below the video on how you can support this channel. Please comment, like, and subscribe. When you subscribe, don't forget to hit the little bell icon. That will alert you when I come out with new content. And I recommend you subscribe because it's free. And I'm always honest and blunt. And I share a lot of things. Like a lot of times I share like food hacks and stuff like that. Not all my videos are this like boring. A lot of times I'm in the car. And I can be very animated. But I've been dealing with some mental illness like depression and anxiety. So it's been kind of hard for me lately. And I've always recommended Evian water. It's my favorite water in the entire world. I don't know what it is about Evian water. You know, you would think distilled water that has nothing in it would just cleanse the palate, but for some reason Evian just cleanses my palate. It's not a hard water, but it's hard enough to quench my thirst. And let's not get. We're not getting into water today, are we? We're talking about the Philadelphia cheesecake crumble. So that's my review. Until next time, I hope you have an awesome day.